Dear Master, I'm a new beginner. I have read the instructional booklet about the Zen practice, and the 5 questions. I have read and listened to a lot the Buddha Dharma, and I have a lot of. I feel like I have knowledge and view. And if I choose one of the question, I cannot be able to choose one of the 5 questions. Can you explain? Can you give me instruction? For the meditation, even we have knowledge, lots of knowledge and view, tremendous knowledge and view, or none of them. So all this has to do with the brain. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we remember, sometimes we don't remember. Like when we're young, we be able to remember, but when we get old, like when we get Alzheimer, we don't remember anything. Or like when we still alive, we are not acknowledging, but when we die, we not be able to acknowledge anything. So this has to do with the Dharma that has go to birth and death. So for the meditation, we need to get back to our self nature, even knowing or not knowing. Any knowledge about the world. Like when we are human, we have limitation of the knowledge. We only have the knowledge as a human. Like when we study a lot, then we know a lot, understand a lot. If we don't study a little, then we know a little. So even though people, they don't study, but they still know like the basic knowledge of the world. Like people, example, person who love their children, their kids. A person who has virtue, even they don't have much knowledge, but their mind, they love their kids, they love their family, or they love their people. They be able to sacrifice their body, them. But some people, they have a knowledge, lots of knowledge in it, but they don't. But they only use their knowledge to love people, love, or to. In the past, when they don't know any knowledge, when they get cut, just an injury, a bit of injury, and when they have pain, and they just they know how to take care of it. But when they have too much knowledge, when things happen, they get afraid, they worry, they're afraid of that they don't have medication. They worry all kind. They give rise to a lot of worries. So, like example, people with not much knowledge, when they have injury, they can just use water and salt to wash it. But people with a lot of knowledge, they worry and they're afraid of all this. So just like in the past, like our ancestors, they use the basic understanding to treat the injuries. But people with lots of knowledge, they have all kind of worries. So when we're talking about knowledge and view, this has to do with the object. This is not really good. This has to do with the self-attachment. Like when we listen to a lot of news, we get more mad, more upset. Like when we differentiate too much, then we give a lot of frustration. So this is all has to do with the false mind, false thoughts, and this will lead us to lots of suffering. So the matter here, the knowledge and view at each individual, at each living being is different. Like for us, when we open our eyes, we see the dirt is wet, and we know we understand that maybe last night it was raining. So all this knowing, the knowing through the knowledge to the guessing to the so all this knowing, all this knowledge has nothing to do with the self nature knowledge. This is the knowledge of still going through birth and death. So when we're talking about the six destinies, all the living that stay within the six destinies is still in the cycle of birth and death. They will not get to the state of enlightenment. When we're talking about the knowing, the knowledge of an ordinary being, it's just like so like within the families, like the husband and wife, in the beginning, they probably love each other so much, but after a while, after a few years, they probably have all kind of arguments. They probably they blame themselves how they keep blaming on each other. So in the beginning, we think it's right, but then later we think we make a mistake. So this has to do with the knowledge of a human, ordinary being. So like between the animals and the human realm, or like the hungry ghosts or the human. So like in the ocean water, we see ocean water is beautiful and nice, but the ghosts they see the water as the blood, and like so like the hungry ghosts, like when they at night, they feel like it's frozen, it's freezing. So just an example, like the mom, Mogalana, she lived in hell, and she always stayed hungry. And when she get uh, a piece of when she get the rice, as she see as a fire. All this knowledge, it has to do with the karma. This is not the knowledge of the prajna. It's not the knowledge of the self nature. The self nature knowledge, not differentiating, they don't get attached. So if we want to get to this state, then we need to meditate. If we have the knowledge of differentiating, get attaching to, then this will lead us to lots of suffering, affliction. Like our habits, we don't get to the state of inflow, but we keep maintain the outflow thought. And then we keep differentiate, and we're more likely to get all kind of suffering and affliction. We never end. No, we realize, even though we realize all the Dharma has no self, uh, everything is impermanent. Then if we recognize this, then we bring forth the mind to practice. And when we encounter the proper Dharma, the right Dharma, then we need to participate and study. When you mention about the 5 questions, you not be able to choose, because it has no problem. So the Buddha has taught this, and the Buddha also reminds us the knowledge of ordinary beings always keep differentiate things like day and night, rain and sunny, sadness and happiness. Ordinary mind keep differentiate. This is the mind going outward, and the 6 sense of organs. The mind keep differentiate by going out because of this outflow thoughts. Now, if we just stay with the inflow, then we leave all the objects. When we're talking about inflow, we're not talking about try to close our eyes, try to take our eyes out, try to close our ears. No. When we explain, we explain in a way saying we look at things, but we don't look at things. We see things, but we don't see anything. So when we practice, we maintain the doubt. The doubt actually leaves behind the object. It's a key aspect. It's just usually we have the seeking thought, seeking mind when we practice, and then we keep thinking about the forms, seeking about the form and fame and name and form. But the Buddha keeps saying we should leave behind the name and form. So like when the preachers brought out the 5 questions, all these 5 questions has no flavor. All 5 questions, this is the question, just the question. And if we use it, this will give rise to the doubt. So Master Anti-Cloud said, the question is just like a cane. The cane has a usage for a disabled person to walk. The purpose here is to give rise to the doubt. So the question is just like a cane, help the disabled person to walk. So this is just the explanation. If we have the practice, then we will be able to experience, and then eventually, slowly, we will be able to understand the teaching from the Buddha and the teaching from the patriarchs. So the Buddha just stated that just like a finger pointing to the moon. So we rely on the finger to see the moon, just like we rely on the question to give rise to a doubt. So the 5 questions just has the same same purpose, is to give rise to a doubt. and it will lead us to the basic of to the origin of ignorance, the origin of self-attachment. So they give all kind of different names, like a black black paint bucket. So when they mention the terminology "not knowing," this is just try to explain the doubt. See, the knowing and the not knowing. So this is still in a duality. So for the practice, we just try to be diligent, asking the question, give rise to doubt, and actually the doubt will help us to break through the ignorance and be able to know who we are. The knowledge, our knowledge, keep differentiate. It never stop. It never stop thinking. It never thought. Even it's about to end the life, about to pass away. It still keep differentiate. It still give rise to thoughts. Never stop. Even if we get to the old age, get to about to pass away, even though we have a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, but still all kind of worries, all kind of thoughts keep popping up. Never stop. So this is the birth and death of the brain. It's just like our body, old and sick and die. So for our practice, be able to, when we want to be able to control our destiny, be master our own, then we have to have the practice. Just ask a question. In the beginning, we ask a question that has no flavor, has no taste. When you keep going up the understanding, knowing, seeing, hearing, then we keep stay on the state of being ignorance. Don't let our mind be sick to control us, the consciousness, the sixth consciousness, to control us. Even though the question, it has no flavor, just keep asking. The master, like what Zen master said, it's just like a rotten wood. We just keep doing it. We keep chewing it. And this is like a medication to treat our birth and death sickness. So even though it's rotten, we keep chewing. We keep chewing until we get used to it. Until the state that we want to let go, we will not be able to let go. Then if we get to the practice to this state, then we get to the state of hautou, and it will lead us to self-nature. So the explanation or any terminology, if we understand, just understanding, just the knowledge, we'll get not to the truth. It's just like parent and children. If the children hungry, they have to eat, or the parent, if they get hungry, they have to eat. Nobody can eat for anybody else. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate.